All right, what's up, y'all? I'm gonna do this like this for the sake of explaining a lot of what we will be doing at rivers, for example, and things going forth. So today's the 11th of June, 2025. My name is Evan Strong, the founder of In the Image Clothing Company, and that's actually the title of this video, is In the Image Clothing Company going forth. A little bit of discussion on things that are going to change in a good way, just because now we've had our foundation laid, okay? On the main side of In the Image Clothing Company, one of our fourths, a lot of our videos are very, very long. We have videos that are somewhere between 25 minutes to an hour long is actually the average in the time. And that's not how it's always going to be. On In the Image Clothing Company podcast, another one of our fourths, yesterday I made an episode, which is number 131, and I titled it, it's titled, It Won't Always Be Like This, because it just won't. As we progress, okay, if you will, meaning from right now on, things are going to change in ways, not like we're changing as what we do, but the approaches to things, the videos will be quite a lot shorter, except for the ones that are still lengthy and the times that makes sense for them to be. But a lot of things will change once I do get poodles, okay? In the Image Clothing Company poodles, where we specialize in purebred standard poodles. I don't have poodles yet, so there's only so much that I can show on In the Image Clothing Company poodles without actually having dogs with me yet. So that will change a lot. Now, one reason why I'm right here by the river is one of our things we will do often, actually, under In the Image Clothing Company poodles, when it comes to our poodle parade events, right, where standard, miniature, toy, any size of either purebred poodle or poodle mix are allowed to come. You can bring as many as you'd like. Just make sure you bring a slip lead, a harness and leash, a collar and leash, some way to restrain every dog. And everything on InTheImageClothingCompany.com will always be scheduled as far as each individual event, telling you what you might need, what you might need to prepare for, things to not bring that aren't allowed. But one of the things that we'll do often is clean the creek events. I like tripped up over it, because we'll do events under poodle parades where we come to places like this, where beautiful river, okay, bringing the dogs and cleaning up trash, bro. We're based in the state of Utah, okay, the United States of America, and we'll go around and just clean up debris and trash, and we'll bring the dogs with us. Yeah, so it'll be fun. A lot of it will be getting dogs used to environments that they're not otherwise in, like water, okay? And then for us as the owners of dogs too, our slogan for In the Image Clothing Company poodles is letting dogs stay natural. So we'll just talk a lot about that at the events. But our videos will change. I will move from where I currently live. Where I live, it doesn't allow dogs, and there's a lot that will change in my personal life. But as far as the main side of In the Image Clothing Company, we, as I've said since the founding, we talk about standing, sitting, walking, eating, sleeping, hydration, breathing, all the things we do physically as a human being. So our videos will change, oh my goodness, in a way to where we won't have quite as long of videos that you have to sit through, because that wasn't the intent. I'll say it like this. The founding videos, what they're for is to give information on what we are. Give a foundation of, all right, these videos are packed full. Some of them, like I said, are so long. And if you want to come back to them and check out all the information of the foundational basics of what we do, and really what they are is clothing, right? It's how clothing affects body mechanics. It's how clothing needs to sit. It's these type of things in those foundational videos. And they'll be able to apply to everything that we do going forth. And there's kids flowing down the river right here. And so the big thing is, those videos are just something that can live there forever. They're not something that's really meant to be sitting through and watching, because a lot of them are really long. But they're reference videos packed with information, as you know, if you know what they are. And then, yeah, from there, going forth, it's going to be so different. We do a lot of series, right? The Truth Behind series we'll have the daily life series, and a lot of that is just talking about the things that we do in daily life, right? Naturally, the goal is natural under all four sides of In the Image Clothing Company. And so as we continue with those videos, a little distracted from these dudes, so that's fine. What we'll do is have them be a lot shorter, but then as the poodles do come, we'll have a lot on In the Image Clothing Company poodles as well, where we do a lot of documentation, as I've been saying, right? When it comes to the litters that come, right? And when it comes to everything that we really do as a company and as a community that we are, right? It's always date marked, as I say, and as I have been doing. I verbally say the date in just about everything that we do, because I like documentation. I like things to be right in line, and I like things to line up, right? I like to show the continuity and the consistency, and that's just how we do things. And so I do a lot this is like very, very structured in the ways that I do it, but I do it for a reason, okay? I do it so these things can last forever. So just going forth, it's not going to be how it has been, okay? And there's gonna be a lot of events that we do. That's just what we are under In the Image Clothing Company. Is we're not distant, right? We bring people together, and so yeah, a lot of it will be in person. And then everything will always be under InTheImageClothingCompany.com, right? Poodle products, meaning products that you can use for any dog, right? Collars, leashes, harnesses, all the things that we get into. And human being clothing, right? Staying centered, fitting correct, being made from 100% natural materials, because our key slogan is allowing the human body to work, and that's how we do those things, as you know, if you know In the Image Clothing Company at all. So yeah, there you go. Okay, going forth, just know things are not going to be at all how they have been up until now, because this has been our foundation. We're about, give or take, 9 months into In the Image Clothing Company. And what I did was, as I was saying, just make information-packed videos. And I don't expect people to sit through them, but they're there if you want to. And then as we go on, that's really where we, where the credibility comes from, is, hey, I made all these videos at the beginning, and it's always going to be the same stuff. It's always going to be the same. And that's how we are, right? Is, like I'm saying, the continuity, I just like it when things line up. I like it when you can trust something because it stayed the same and it hasn't changed because, like, maybe they realized they weren't doing something quite right, and then like the information at the beginning is not quite valid anymore because it maybe never quite was. So that's a big reason why I made all those videos the way that I did at the beginning. Okay, so yeah, going forth, so many events. Okay, we will actually have a proper website. We don't as of today's date still, right? But just know, I guess, it's so much more than just clothing. You never have to purchase In the Image Clothing Company clothing, but you can, right? So there you go. A lot with dogs. That's a huge thing. Again, that's one of the reasons why I'm here at the river for this video. But then also the locations of where we film the videos, the structure of them as well. A lot of it's going to change a lot, just because it doesn't need to be how it was, because those videos were how they were for the time and for the background of what's coming up. I didn't know if these were little shells. I think they're actually just parts of a tree. So there you go. Okay, clothing always sits in the same location for everybody. Where I discuss, it does. We always will have our 2 prerequisites for everybody, where I discuss and have since the founding of In the Image Clothing Company. And there you go, right? Find us where you find us. Our 5-word company name as a whole, In the Image Clothing Company. And that's just how it is. That's how it's going to be, meaning the same as it has, although our approach to things will be a little bit more organic, because I know up until now it's been a lot of like information-packed videos and stuff that a lot of people just aren't going to sit through. So much cotton in the air, choking up a little bit on things, man. But I'm excited, and I'm really grateful, because what we talk about as I've been saying, right, the reason for the structure, it's stuff you don't have to believe. It's stuff that'll never change. It's stuff that applies to everybody. So, it's cool, right? Never invalid information centered on and around the gospel of Jesus Christ. On In the Image Clothing Company music, the other one of our fourths, it will always, you know, at least have the intention to be good music that gives a message, or that, you know, it wakes people up in ways, and uplifting, and, you know, not worldly. So there you go. Okay, I'm excited. The biggest thing I'm excited for, okay, just out of transparency, as the founder of In the Image Clothing Company, is the poodles. It just the extent and the amount of what we will do with poodles, it's gonna be huge. Okay, don't take my word for it. Don't believe me as I say, but just stick around. You'll see. Okay, so thank you, and there you go. Okay, it's been a ride. We're here to stay, and those of you who may not know quite what we are, because you hear the name clothing, right, or the word clothing in our clothing company, you'll see what we are. And this is a big part of what we are, and what we have been since the founding, and always will be: raw and real. Okay, wind noise, airplane noise, me choking up through things as I'm saying it. So much done outside, a lot of things that don't seem like so maybe professional at times. I don't care, right? It's about the information, it's about the truth that we share. And I mean, even these boys walking through here, you know, during the video, even me getting a little bit nervous as they were, right? And not speaking also fluently during that. I mean, I never want this to seem like it's some business or some like production thing that we're trying to like do so many takes to get just right. It's always going to be, as it has been since the founding, just authentic. Okay, so there you go. Stick around, because we do things that apply to every single human being on the face of the earth. And I don't mean that to be some type of like big like we're so great, but it's just we talk about God, we talk about things as they are, and the things we talk about will never change, right? So there you go. Okay, Utah, United States of America, that's where we're based. That's where, if not all, most all of our events will be. Okay, also on the main side of In the Image Clothing Company, events where I get together with people. I talk to them about the anatomy of the human body and the only way the human body could ever work, because it's just a mechanical machine, right? So there you go. Okay, there you go. I'm settled, man. I'm settled into this, and I'm shocked as of today where this has gotten to up until now, in the amount of time that it has, with the resources that I've had. I filmed all this on a broken little cell phone with just the front-facing lower quality camera up until today's date. I've done everything alone. I don't mean that for any kind of like ego. I just, you know, it's just shocking to me what all has happened with what we've had to our disposal, if you will, as of today's date. And so going forth, as we have an actual team, as we have an actual building, right, for our stuff to happen in, and our clothing to be sold in, it's not going to be like a storefront where you come in and you're trying clothing on, but you know, we do things the way that we do things, simple, minimal, easy. Yeah, even all that I've been able to do up until now for In the Image Clothing Company poodles without having any poodles yet. It's just gonna be crazy when things just continue to grow, and just, you know, as they do. Nothing forced and nothing out of my own doings. I'm just trying to pray through everything, right? Trying to do it out of God's will, because that's really the whole point, is the human body, natural dogs, discussions on the gospel of Jesus Christ on In the Image Clothing Company podcast, and then good, positive, fun, uplifting, meaningful music, right? It's just about, you know, organic, authentic, natural things as they come, and just, you know, real. So there you go. I love it. I really, really love it so much. Okay. I think that's the big thing for anyone to see, is my heart's in it. You know, what I'm doing here, I could do anything for money out there. I could do anything with my time out there. This is what I need to do. This is what I'm fulfilled with. And this is something that I understand so deeply. Just the things we talk about under, you know, the goal being natural with all 4 sides of In the Image Clothing Company, the anatomy of the human body, you know, all modifications that need to be done in clothing, which we share freely, and you don't have to purchase anything, you know, for your body to work. I mean, that sounds absurd if that were to be the case. So there you go, okay? It's just gonna be a fun time. It really is. And up until now, I've had such a good time with it, but when we have a team and when we have just so much more involvement from the whole community under In the Image Clothing Company and coming together with the events, it's something that's like this, if you will, right? I mean, just hanging out, man, with really good, proper, life-changing information. So yeah, I'm 25 years old. This is my first time doing something quite like this, right? And you know, as I've said, it's not about me. Don't believe me when it comes to any events. Don't come for me. Don't come to a poodle parade to try to talk to me and hang out with me, right? I mean, I'll be there giving information and, you know, organizing the events, and it'll be great, but don't come for me, right? The main side of In the Image Clothing Company, our events, I'm the one delivering the information on the anatomy of the human body and allowing the body to work, but don't come for me, come for the information, right? Please, you know, anytime we ever meet up as a community under In the Image Clothing Company, give me my space, treat me just like anybody else who comes to the events, seriously. I'll just be the one leading them and the one organizing them and the one, you know, putting it together. But I never want it to be about me. I mean, just in my daily life, I don't like the attention. And so, you know, being in a position like this, it's nothing to do with me. And, you know, it's going to be really fun bringing everybody together, but I in no way want it to ever seem like the intent is for people to come for my sake. You know, we come for the dogs, or we come for the information, and we come for the community and, you know, respecting each other's boundaries and, you know, kind of leaving me alone a little bit. But, you know, I don't want to seem standoffish in a rude way, but I want to be very clear so that you don't get, you know, offended thinking I'm like doing it towards somebody specifically out of a reason that's, you know, on them or whatever. I want it to be chill all the times that we do anything as a community, man. So yeah, and you can see that too, you know, my approaches to things. It's like this, you know, sitting on a riverbank. Seriously. So yeah, anyway, there's a lot that we'll do. So just to let you know, it's not going to continue going forth be looking like it has up until now in a lot of ways. Okay, so there you go. There you go. And there you go. Okay. It's nice. It's warm. I've mentioned, right? For those of you that ever come to any of our events, just note the weather. Utah is so unpredictable. One day it's so warm, the next day it's raining and cold or whatever it could be. Unpredictable weather. Today it's around 90 something degrees Fahrenheit. And then in the winter it gets very cold, well below freezing with a lot of snow. So we'll do events where and when we do events, and so, you know, we'll have disclaimers for weather warnings. I mean, seriously, heat stroke type stuff, right? Just prepare when you do come to events, because the majority of just about everything we ever do event-wise will be outside, because the goal is natural, because it's about God and his creations, right? Because we're gonna bring dogs to poodle parade events, and so, right? Just check the scheduling always on InTheImageClothingCompany.com. I'll just make it clear on what to expect, right? Yeah. So there you go. Okay. There you go. It's humbling, man. It's humbling. It's exciting. It's, I keep using the word, but it's settling. It's just like, yeah, okay, cool. Here we go, right? Yeah. Cool. Okay. There you go. It's almost like I don't want to finish this, you know, because that's kind of how I feel with this company, and that's a good thing for me to say. Is it's not something that's any kind of thing I feel like I have to put work in to do. It's just life, you know. We'll always have our poodles with us. We'll always be a walking advertisement for what clothing does to allow the body to work, right? When it is allowed to stay centered and just work, you know, natural, fit, correct. Our dogs will always be walking advertisements for our minimal light collars and harnesses and leashes, right? And their bodies will just work well as well. And so much advocating that we do for just nature and just things done properly, you know, in all the ways that we do. So very, very grateful. Shout out to those boys. It wasn't my intention to get them in the video, but we're just not a public river. It's fine. So anyway, thank you, and thank you. Like I said, it's the 11th of June, 2025. Our founding date was on the 23rd of September, 2024. So we're in this a little ways. We are multiple hundreds of videos in on 3 of the 4 sides of In the Image Clothing Company. In the Image Clothing Company poodles being the newest, and just, you know, not having actual poodles yet to feature in the videos. I'm not trying to just make content, so I've pretty much made, at least up until now, what I can without having poodles actually there. So just some reference on timelines, on, you know, again, continuity of things. I love, yeah, I love to be pretty detailed, man, and I am, right? Kind of reminds me of Matthew in the Holy Bible, where it's like very detailed and structured, and in a lot of ways that's how I am. And if it drives people crazy sometimes, if it does, it does, but in the long run, that's really what's going to help us do what we need to do, not for the sake of our company growing for like a business, but for the sake of spreading the truth and, you know, people coming along with us. When things line up, then people can just see that it's real and not have to, you know, think we're trying to like make something be a claim, right? So I that's one of the biggest reasons I do things so structured in the ways that I do. Okay, so there you go. It's also easier just to find things, right? Everything's date marked, everything's numbered under In the Image Clothing Company podcast, which that kind of just makes sense, right? But yeah, okay, so I'm pretty analytical in the ways that I am, and that's actually very beneficial to you know, running a company like this. So just for some information, series are always similar, right? Where things are sometimes titled in a way that might seem a little bit like robotic, but, you know, I just want it to be easy for people to find things. I want things to always just be kind of, you know, proper. I mean, long lasting. I want things to be eternal, and so that's how we do it. Okay, so there you go. Expect it, right? Just expect things outside. Expect products, good clothing, male and female clothing. Yeah, but really, you know, pretty much interchangeable, and good dog products, poodles to come, and so much to involve yourself with. I mean, really, expect our team to grow, right? If you're interested in what we do, check us out, hit us up in the ways that you can. I mean, you know, just find our contact information where you find our 5-word company name as a whole, In the Image Clothing Company. And, you know, as our team grows, or as time goes, if somebody needs to leave the team, you know, if we need to bring more people on, we're just looking for good, real, wholesome people. We are centered around the gospel of Jesus Christ, and so that has to be, you know, known for anybody that ever wanted to be at the team. I mean, that's who we are. So there you go, right? Going forth, we're just gonna grow, branch out, spread. In a lot of ways, it's kind of like an organization, similar to like a non-profit in the approach of a lot of what we do with advocating for all the things that we do. And yeah, right, just kind of like the laxity, if you will, like of what we do, because it's just, you know, we're gonna just keep it real, seriously. And that's really what's gonna make it be something that people actually want to come along with, you know. There's a lot of stuff nowadays that's forced, a lot of stuff that's not really so relatable because people try to make it something. And I mean, I'm sitting in the dirt by the edge of a river, have boys walk through in the water, an airplane go over. That's what I mean, right? The goal is natural. Naturally, we're just imperfect. We're just doing what we do. Yeah. All right. So there you go. Okay. Things will change going forth. And yeah. Shoot in a good way, dude. I just picture, I'm hanging out right here. We're filming like a little segment for something during like a poodle parade event. And you've got like 30, 40 people over here with dogs, and right, we're just hanging out. Expect it, bro. The ways that I'm talking about things is how they're gonna be. Otherwise, I wouldn't be saying it. Okay, just again, things that'll line up when you see it come. I've laid a groundwork, and now we're just in this. Okay, so thank you again. My name is Evan Strong, the founder, and yeah, I'm not distant, man. The company's not distant. It's not something that you just only can see online. Come involve yourself. Come to events. Spread the word. Share what we do. Throw our company name in there. Let people know. Yeah, I mean, what we are, because the people who like nature, the people who really enjoy learning about the gospel of Jesus Christ, the people who like, specifically poodles and poodle mixes, but just dogs in general. We have things that do apply to all dogs. Our products can be used for all dogs, and the information we give on, dogs can really apply to all dogs, except for the stuff that is specific to poodles. So there you go, man. I love Utah. So biologically diverse. Okay, the terrain. I mean, we've got rivers, mountains, lakes, forests, deserts, wetlands, slick rocks, slot canyons, marshes, snow in the winter. Okay, so our events, they'll be beautiful as far as what God has given us to like where we can inhabit for the events. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, the 11th of June, 2025. Thank you.